All right, there we go. Now I'm live. I tried this earlier. Okay. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I am doing this live in my Facebook group, Women Living Boldly 50 Plus. But I'm also posting it on YouTube. So that's why I may say hello to somebody, or that's why it may seem a little weird. Okay, so that's where this is, first of all. Hello to those watching the replay. I'm so happy that you are here. Let me know that you've watched. Also, do you have any questions? Let me know how you feel. I want to know your experiences during this. And let me know if you know about these 12 universal laws, but I'm really going to relate to them about how we live this phase of our life. And I hate to say the word aging, but I did in the title so you really understand what I'm talking about. So we know that we are aging at this phase of our life. I like to call it just living, because we don't want to focus on we don't want to focus on downhill. We want to focus on living your best life, kind of like now, your healthiest best life, right? The way you can be now. It's not compared to how you were in your 30s, right? That's not what we're talking about. Okay, I'm just going to say, let everyone know we are live. There, okay. And it might take a couple of minutes for people to come on. So I am doing this. I think that's Catherine. Hello. I picked the 12 universal laws. They are something. It's not something I made up. You can Google them. In the first video I did on Monday, I talked about what the 12 laws were. And today is the law of vibration. And the law of vibration is really the true first law of creating, hi Catherine, hi Lynn, of creating the life you want, right? So we talk, you've heard, first thing, we're always manifesting. We are always, always, always manifesting. It's not like I'm going to manifest tomorrow. No, you're always manifesting. What you see in your world is what you've created through what you've desired to create: your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, your feelings, your vibration. Hello, Tina. Hi, Lynn. Hi, you guys. So happy to have you here. So today is about the law of vibration. And this one is, like I said, the most crucial and most important thing to understand. Now, I am going to, of course, talk about it in this next phase of life, and living this next phase of life, living a life that feels good for you. Thank you. That's so nice. Living a life that feels good for you. And where are you settling, and where do you think it's too late? And have you given up on yourself? Have you given up on your life? Have you given up on relationships? I have to say that I'm almost given up on a love relationship. And just because I seriously can't imagine that there's a guy out there that I would actually be attracted to, like to be around, that he's done the work on himself, that he's open to different concepts, that he's a free thinker. I don't know. Anybody else with me? Truly. But we're not talking about relationships today. And this is going to be my thoughts. But maybe you have thought about this in this way. So the law of vibration, right? We all vibrate. So we give off a frequency and we vibrate according to what our energy is like on the inside. And our energy comes from our thoughts, what we're feeling, our health even, right? So a healthy body eating healthier foods, high vibration foods, is going to give you a more vibrant energy. So more of a higher frequency. You're going to be vibrating at a higher frequency. When you consume heavy, dense foods, bad foods for you, deep fried foods, foods with preservatives, foods with chemicals, foods that are all dead, right? Foods that are all dead, you are going to vibrate at a lower frequency. And there are actually emotions, like the frequencies of emotions, where guilt and shame are very, very low. And then, of course, love, gratitude are very, very high, and then all in between. So there's various ways that we vibrate in our energetic body, our emotional body, our physical body, right? So that's what we're talking about. But I think you guys kind of understand what this vibration thing is anyways. So when we are feeling down about ourselves, when we're feeling like, oh my God, this next phase of life is going to be shit. I don't want to get older. I don't like the way I'm looking. I hate the aches and pains. And just a note, so many of your aches and pains are caused by emotional issues you're not dealing with. I have firsthand experience in this, absolutely firsthand experience in this, an incredible story around it too. So it doesn't have to be because you have this condition, because you've been in that accident, because of this. Most likely, the pain you're experiencing is from a lot of emotions that you're not dealing with. So heavy emotions, trauma in our life that we're holding on to, resentment, anger, feeling sorry for ourselves, right? All of those things are keeping us in a lower vibration. Also, I believe truly, there are theories, there are probably proof on this too, that when you are feeling good and living in a higher vibrational state, love, gratitude, connection, like living in fulfillment, doing things you love, you're feeling good, you're feeling happier. Well, I believe that's how we cure, let's say, keep healthy or get ourselves back to health. Right? And there are many, 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 when you talk about how people have healed themselves, or when people work on if you read any books on people who have healed themselves or work on healing themselves, they've done work on self-love, forgiveness, and then sometimes they're spontaneously, they heal or the tumor starts to shrink, things like that. There is proof of all of that. That means people have gone through this, lived it and experienced it and told their stories about healing. So I truly believe that when we are in this higher vibrational light being, gratitude, loving state, we are keeping our body healthier. We are preventing disease, illness, right? And we are also, because people feel our energy, people are affected by the vibration we are giving out, then we are positively affecting people around us, as well as the collective energy in the world. So right now, we know that the collective energy in the world, there's so many crazy things going on. And there's many, many things we can be mad about, frustrated about, angry about. Yeah. Because I can get like that. There's so many injustices and unfairness. There's so many lies being told right now. Right, Catherine knows. There's so much crap going on that we can choose to focus on that, stay angry, and we can focus on the fight. And here's why I used to fight against things all the time. I'm a real rebel at heart, and I used to fight against things. And the U.S. tends to use the word war against this. I'm fighting against, like the fight towards cancer, all of that, right? I don't use that anymore because I believe that's like the negative energy. That's the lower energy. That's the bad energy. That's the energy of sickness, ill health, poverty, lack, all of that, right? I believe we need to focus more on what we are for. And that's why I talked about yesterday in Monday's video, that I talked about we as women 50 plus, we need to change the way it's our responsibility. It's not society's responsibility to stop posting pictures or posting things about, only youthful. And it's so much better now, but it's really our responsibility to show the world what being this age can be like, right? To show the possibilities. It's up to us to live our best lives. Because when we live our best lives at this phase of life, at this age, when we don't allow ourselves to be dragged down by sadness, depression, anger, frustration, not loving ourselves, fighting against, I'm fighting against this aging thing, right? Like, I don't say that. I say I'm doing all I can to stay healthy, youthful, and vibrant. That's where to focus your energy, right? That's because your vibration you put out attracts the same type of energy. So if I'm putting out negativity, the fight, the struggle, the frustration, the hate, I'm only going to notice more of that in the world. I'm going to notice, and more of those types of people will be attracted to me also. And I don't want that in my life. right? So what type of people do you want in your life? What type of image do you want to portray to the world? How do you want to feel every day, right? How do you want to feel? And so often people are like, I want to feel more at peace. I want to feel happy. I want to feel joyful. But they're not being in that state of energy or vibration. If you're not being in that state of energy or vibration, you're not going to feel those emotions. You can't say, I want to be happy, but stay in anger and mad and being mad, because you're blaming the outside world for not being the way you want it to be. Hi, say hello when you pop on, ladies. Let me know you're watching and let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts about this whole, I hate to say aging, but we're going to say aging during this whole series, because just for lightness, right? So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What do you think about it when you think, oh my God, I'm this age already and I'm the youngest I am going to be, and this is happening to my body, and this is happening to my skin, and this is happening to my face, and this is happening, and right? Like, notice, what are you saying to yourself? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What are your beliefs about it? Because that will be our reality, right? What we surround ourselves with on the outside and within is what will be our reality, because we're creating it, right? So what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know. Say hello. Let me know what your thoughts on this whole aging thing is. Are you kind of afraid of it? Are you fighting it? Are you feeling down? And normal. If you watch my video from Monday, you will see that I'm having a very hard time with turning 60. And I'm using a filter today, right? I'm having a very hard time with looking in the mirror, not liking my skin, right? Because right away when I look in the mirror, especially with my reading glasses on, the instant is for me to feel down about myself. Now I'm working on that. I am working on that, right? But right away, my mind goes, oh my God, I want to hide. I don't like seeing myself with all these wrinkles. I have a filter on, so I know that I look totally good now. I love seeing myself look like this with a filter, because I feel like that is who I am on the inside, right? So it's weird when we feel a certain way on the inside, but when we look in the mirror, that's not what we feel on the inside. It's a shock, right? It's like, wow. Catherine, I finally let go feelings of angst about my many truths, and I'm feeling so good about allowing process to evolve with faith and feeling great about the goodness of it all. Yes, you're talking about the world. Yes. That is the best way to be, isn't it? It is such a best way to be. So we can be angry about certain things, but to stay in it. So like, emotions come and go, and that's the healthiest way, right? It's like, I get to feel the emotions that I'm feeling, but I'm not going to hold on to them. So like my emotions about how my skin's looking as I age, my emotions about how I'm losing so much muscle, my emotions about the way the world might go to in the next few months, those types of things, yeah, such low vibe energy, they bring me down. And when I'm vibrating that low, my body is affected by it. And then also the world around me is affected by it, right? So the law of vibration, which we're talking about today, is to really be hyper conscious about what vibration you are at. And like I said, the easiest way to tell is, what are you feeling? Okay? Because feelings have the vibration. So emotions, feelings have the vibration. So what are you feeling like? Are you feeling now? Like I said again, too, we can feel different feelings and emotions throughout the day. We don't want to say, oh, it's so bad, I shouldn't be feeling sad. I shouldn't be feeling sad about this. I should be feeling happy all the time. That's not right either. It's like, I'm feeling sad. Is there a reason, right? First, because sometimes we can kind of be addicted to certain emotions. So if I'm feeling, I used to be addicted to angry and frustration. Totally used to be addicted to those emotions. Totally. So now I'm working on being more addicted to feeling best in the feelings of joy and gratitude. Joy and gratitude. I choose. So I feel the feeling that I'm feeling, like when I'm feeling sad or looking in I feel I let that feeling arise and go, oh my God, I can't believe I'm almost 60. I can't believe, on and on. I feel that, but I feel it and kind of see what's behind it. Because what's behind it is my worry of how things could be or may end up, not what is right now, right? I'm focusing on a downward in my life, going down, right? To me, it was like 60 and then down. That's it. Like you are at, that's it. That's the oldest I ever want to get. And now it's going down, right? That's what I used to think. I don't want to get any older than 60. Like I can't even imagine myself. So I have to feel that and notice, oh, interesting. Ooh, this is a really hard thing for me. And what does that mean? What do I really think 60 means? What do I really think being 60 means? What feelings do I have about myself being 60? What feelings do I have about someone else being 60? What feelings do I have behind it, right? And be really curious, because I don't have to feel that way about it. I don't have to feel. So we don't have to feel. So just like for someone who's 55 and may think, oh my God, 55, I'm so old, right? You don't have to feel that way about, because right now I think 55 is young. And I know that there's women out there who are older than me and think 60 is young. They wish they could be 60 again, right? So we need to take that perspective, right? Am I choosing to feel something that's not really true, right? Or am I going to choose to feel a different way about something? And like I said, don't ignore your feelings. They are your soul talking to you, unless they're from trauma, which is still your soul, but it's habitual. It's kind of trained. Your brain's trained to react like that. But just notice what's coming up for you. Notice the energy you are choosing to be. Notice where you're choosing to stay stuck in certain emotions, certain vibrations, certain feelings, and where you're not choosing, but you are choosing. So if you walk around all day and say, I'm angry because, hello, Lily, nice to have you here. I'm angry because this happened, I'm so angry, and I do this, absolutely 100%, right? I'm calling out myself too. But I also check in and go, oh my God, it's been 2 hours. Am I going to continue to choose to be angry? Am I going to continue to choose to be angry for the next, how it doesn't benefit me. And then that little voice sticks in and goes, yeah, but there's so many reasons to be angry. There's so many reasons to be angry. And hi, Denise. Yeah, it's a check-in. We need to check into ourselves. We are not, how so many people say, that's just the way I am. I can't help it. That's just the way I am. I can't help it. Yes, you can. That's the lazy response. But that's also what we've been taught, right? We've been taught that we are this way and accept it. That's just the way you are, right? I'm just the type of person that eats when I'm emotional. I'm just the type of person who eats when I'm stressed. I'm the type of person that is really loyal. So if someone does this to me, I stay mad at them. I can't forgive them, right? That's all a choice. You are choosing. You are not, it's not inevitable, right? And if it's not contributing to your health and wellness, then get over it. At this phase of life, what I really have, my really strong message is, it's really time to take care of yourself. Like, if you are not taking care of yourself in a good way, then you are contributing to the going downhill. And going downhill is not inevitable. It's not like, well, now that I'm this age, I'm going to have aches and pains. Now that I'm this age, I'm going to feel this. Now that I'm this age, right? That is all beliefs, programming, conditioning that we were raised with, that people still say around us who haven't done the work, who are not living consciously. Any other comments? You guys have any opinions about this stuff? And how are you doing? How is everyone doing that was watching? Even if you're watching this on YouTube, because I'll put it up on YouTube after, let me know in the comments. And I'm not saying you can comment, I freaking hate this aging thing, because that's honest, right? I'd rather have people comment honest feedback, honest things that you are honestly feeling in your heart, in your soul. Get it off your chest. You know, this is not about being fake and not about pretending that we're okay and not about pretending that, you know, anything like that, right? It's about being honest with ourselves and then deciding, do we want to stay the same? Do we want to change things? I don't even want to say, are you ready to change things? We're never really ready. You just got to decide to do it, right? Lily, so true. Very, very good. Thank you for commenting and saying that. Lily says, I think I let myself go after my family, like let yourself go after taking care of her family. And now they are older and I have few health issues. I'm stuck where to start. That's so true. So true. The best place to start, Lily, is just to start making, like saying that today I'm going, let's say, I don't know if you do green smoothies, but like you could say every day I'm choosing to have a big salad with healthy ingredients, or every day I'm choosing to have 2 green smoothies a day. Start with one thing. Start with one thing for 1 week consistently. Go for 1 week, 7 days, because we can usually commit to 7 days, right? And then at the end of those 7 days or before the 7 days end, you say, you know what, this felt great. I'm going to do it for another week. I'm going to do it for another week. So not to start with everything at once, but just to start with one thing. Or it could be, I'm going to start doing a morning practice every day. And I suggest everybody does this. You want to start your day in a good vibration. You want to start your day conscious, which means don't get on Facebook and start scrolling. And believe me, I've been addicted to stories and YouTube shorts, and then I can't stop. Terrible. So we want to, first thing in the morning, you want to have time for you. You want to have time for you, to, even if it's 10 minutes, and you want to sit down, either journal, do some angel cards, do some tarot cards, read Bible verses, read a book like The Secret, or read something from Joe Dispenza, like something positive. Or think, I'm so grateful. Write out 10 gratitude statements, right? You want to learn to, when you wake up, you start living consciously. Instead of looking at the world around you and reacting from what you see around you. It's like you create, right? What am I creating today? What vibration am I creating? What vibration am I giving off? What energy am I giving off? How am I acting towards other people around me? How am I reacting to other people around me? Right? And that's also where to start. It's like notice when you check out, you're running on autopilot. When you are conscious and you're like, oh, so if you're really conscious about when you go to eat, right? When you go to grab something to eat, and you just say, oh, am I choosing something that's going to feed and fuel my body in a healthy way? Or am I choosing something just because I need to eat and I don't want to pay attention to what I eat. I just want to eat something now. I don't care what it is, right? Denise, I'm finally able to see clear that I can decide to make positive decisions towards my health. It's easier than it was before. So I love that saying. Yes, so true. Denise has been on my programs. So yeah, actually, yeah, you're so great. Yeah, absolutely. Right? We choose. I choose today. And you can choose, and for sure choose every day. So it's not like you don't have to wake up and go, okay, for the next 5 months, I'm going to exercise 45 minutes a day, right? Like that, you're not going to fall through. Why don't you just say, today, I'm going to go for a walk for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to journal or whatever, Then I'm going to read something positive. Then I'm going to dance in my living room. Whatever, right? Then I'm going to make a healthy meal. Or I'm going to listen to really fun, high vibe music while I make a healthy meal, right? Like things like that. Every day, just choose something. Choose something that's going to contribute to your health and wellness. And then, and also, definitely, if you're not happy with the way you're aging, how you eat, how you move your body has everything to do with it, right? Everything to do with it. So that is where you can start putting your focus too, right? And then noticing the thoughts and beliefs. So the beliefs could be I'm just, so let's say if you were raised in a family where you were the heaviest, let's say, or always had kind of a weight problem. And so then your belief is, or what people have said to you, you'll probably always be heavier. So you grew up believing, I'm probably always going to have a weight problem. I'm probably always going to be heaviest. I'm the heaviest in my family. That's just the way it is, right? That belief that keeps going around and around and around keeps you in that state of being that way. So just notice, wow, I have this belief that this, right? I have limiting beliefs, true, huge limiting beliefs about making money with my business and about what's possible for me. Like it's possible for other people, but not me. You know, there's something wrong with me. I need to be fixed. And once I'm fixed, then I'll be successful. That's in my head, right? That's a belief. It's bizarre, but it's a belief I have. And I'm working on it. So we all have beliefs that are warped and seem crazy. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Stop judging yourself about it. We all have beliefs about things that seem really outrageous, right? But we just need to notice them. Oh, that's bizarre. I have that belief. Well, I know it's not true. It feels true. Feels true for me, but it's not true. But that's the area of life that I need to work on then, right? What's limiting me, right? So what are you thinking? Like if somebody is like not taking care of themselves, not eating right, not eating healthy, not exercising in a way that feels good to the body, there's beliefs somehow around that that's stopping you. And know that it's like now at this phase of your life, those beliefs will not serve you, but they'll be worse for you, way worse, right? And it's like, okay, now at this phase of my life, you need to kind of get to the point where health needs to be number one. Number one. So I'm choosing every day to be healthier, like to do something towards my health and wellness. Every single day, I'm going to do something that's good for me. Even just start with that. Every day I'm choosing to do something that's good for me. Even just one thing, right? Do 5 things if you want, but just one thing, and do that every day. Wake up every day, okay? Wake up every day with that same commitment, and just do it over and over again. Instead of, I think we try to plan too far ahead, and we go for the next 10, I'm going to commit to, 3 months, like I've never done I'm not going to drink for 3 months or whatever the people do like that, right? But that's just what I'm not going to focus. Like, it's just something I'm not going to focus on. I don't do well sometimes with telling myself I cannot do something for a period of time because I have a rebel in me. And when I hear you can't do that, the rebel goes, yes, I can. Oh, you better believe I'm going to do that. So, right? You got to know what works best for you, right? What works best for you. Don't say can't to yourself. Say, what can I do, right? Instead of what can't I do, what can I do? What am I willing to do? What will I do? And what am I going to say yes to, right? I'm going to say yes to this because why is that important to you? So why health is number one for me at this phase of life and has been for years, but because I want to feel good. I want to feel good and look good. Yes, some people say I may be vain, worried about my looks still. I don't care. That's the way I've always been. I worry about my looks. That's me. That's what drives me to stay healthy. That's what drives me to eat good. That's what drives me to exercise and move my body. Is that image of how I want to be. And if that image is not you now, well, for very few of us it is. It wouldn't be an image of how we want to be if we were that way now. So don't worry about it. You're not that way. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up, right? There's images of my business and how I want to be that I'm not at all, right? But that's okay. Right? It's just like, I know what I'm working towards, right? What I'm working towards. All right. So Thank you so much, everybody, for who watched live and for those who participated and commented. I truly appreciate it. And those who watched the replay, please let me know you did. And feel free to comment anything. My next live is Friday. Friday at, did I say 6? I know Friday, I can't on a Thursday. So I'm going to go Friday, Saturday, and Monday, okay? And I'll post the times again. We're going to talk about the other laws of 12 universal laws. And if you want to just Google the 12 universal laws, very, very cool. I just wanted something grounding, something kind of spiritual and something that we could all connect to and think about according to this phase of life and this age of life. And I want to inspire you to choose to live and feel your best now and in the future. All right. So much love to you. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing evening. Bye.